Hey there, kiddies. Sit down. It's story time. Baldur Dashington here, and today I'm gonna read you Poltron 1's My Little Pony fanfiction called Quest for the Friendship Stones. So grab a snack and get settled in, and hopefully I won't bore you to death. Enjoy! Rainbow Dash strode into the room, her mane flapping in the wind. Applejack immediately dropped her guitar, her eyes lighting up, just like in one of my Japanese animes. She galloped over to Dash, licking her on the side of the face. Dash looked forward, a hardened steel look about her face.
Oh, Dash, you came back!
Applejack exclaimed. Shut up, baby. The Dash always comes back. Rainbow Dash said, mustering her manliest voice. It wasn't particularly manly.
Oh, yeah. Dash, are we gonna do that again?
Applejack asked mischievously.
I told you shut up, baby. It's time to dash. Applejack, grab my tail.
Applejack sunk her teeth into Dash's rainbow-colored tail, eyes darting back up to the extremely manly and not gay pony's face. Dash immediately sprung into action, rocketing upward through the roof of Applejack's home. Wood swirled around the pair, forming a flying wood elemental that raised its palm and gave Rainbow Dash a good slap. Dash wasn't in the mood for this horseshit, promptly whipped her tail around at the elemental, using Applejack as a flail.
Oh, no.
Applejack collided with a very big golem who was large, nearly releasing her grasp on Dash's tail. The elemental cried out in pain, wood shaving spewing forth from its gross mouth. Dash grinned loudly. Don't ask questions.
You picked the wrong filly to mess with, big ugly dude who I do not like.
Dash roared, doing 3 cartwheels in the air, spinning directly at the golem guy who was really scary. Yikes! The elemental made of woody bits gasped real loud and tried to move out of the way of the death pony spin, but he couldn't manage in time. The death pony spin collided with the golem and it exploded into a lot of wood and shards, and also an entire house. Dash grinned and an explosion shot out of her mouth into the air in front of them. Applejack's eyes lit up and she tried to say something to Dash. She said happily. Dash rolled her eyes, rocketing off into the direction of Twilight's house. A rainbow followed behind them, except this rainbow was friendship colored. I told you not to ask any fucking questions, kid. What, you want a fat fucking lip? Get out of here with that mess. So anyway, they flew to Twilight's house and Rainbow Dash landed in front of it. Twilight's house, I mean, where she landed. Rainbow Dash charged at the front door, head lowered, and then whipped around right at the last minute, using Applejack's body to smash open the door. It exploded inwards with a shower of splinters and for some reason sparkles. Twilight groaned, dropping the book that she was reading.
For the love of Celestia, this again, Rainbow?
Twilight asked, obviously exasperated.
Twilight, we have been assigned a magical mission from Celestia, and we need your sparkles to help us.
Rainbow Dash bellowed.
You have to yell, Rainbow. This is a library, Twilight Sparkle, I have no time for this horseplay. We are horses, so that is a funny joke. Please grab onto my tail. I'm not in the mood, Rainbow. Cut it out. Twilight, grab my tail. No, Rainbow. It is an order from Queen Celestia. I didn't get a message from her, Rainbow. Go play someplace else.
Twilight sighed, using her magic to pick her book back up. Rainbow Dash's face contorted into a look of pure blood-dripping terror. To be precise, blood started dripping from her eyes. She bolted at Twilight's table, flipping it over with 2 hooves and snarling loudly like a rabid dog. Applejack flopped about helplessly, still attached to Dash's tail. The book still floated lazily in front of Twilight's face, and she stared directly into Dash's eyes.
Twilight Sparkle, if you do not come with me, I'll be forced to love and tolerate the shit out of you!
Twilight rolled her eyes, taking hold of Dash's tail with a single hoof. No use fighting it. Rainbow Dash took off through the roof of Twilight's treehouse, then careened back down, creating a second hole, then out the door. They flew like ravens, and also ponies, I guess, towards Fluttershy's house.
Twilight, we have got to get all the ponies together and find the lost friendship stones. That is our mission from Princess Celestia, and if you had let me explain that earlier, then there wouldn't be 3 holes in your house right now. Do you understand me?
Rainbow Dash said, no longer bellowing. Twilight wasn't able to respond, the wind whipping at her face so hard that her face almost came off. But phew! Thank goodness her face didn't come off. Rainbow Dash did a flip. Rainbow Dash did another flip into the next paragraph, and they arrived at Fluttershy's house. Yay. The 3 ponies landed on the ground, safe and sound, and then a crater happened underneath them, and Rainbow Dash flew out of it into Fluttershy's house window. Fluttershy spun around 3 times with a loud gasp.
Fluttershy, you have to come with us. All the animals are in trouble, and the friendship stones are dead, and we need to help save them.
Rainbow Dash said as she crashed into the back wall of Fluttershy's home, shattering at least 3 pots and 2 dreams. The other ponies remained firmly lashed onto Dash's tail. Fluttershy cringed, her eyes widening in horror.
Dash, what the?
Fluttershy stammered, and Dash trotted over to her, jamming a hoof in her mouth. Listen, shut the hell up and listen to me. You have to grab onto my tail now.
But don't ask questions!
Dash yelled, flicking her tail. Twilight and Applejack crashed onto the ground.
You better do what she says, Sugar Cube.
Applejack said, temporarily releasing her vice grip on Dash's tail. She chomped back down onto it, grinding her teeth slightly over the fine fur. Twilight merely groaned. Fluttershy bit her lower lip hard, unsure of what to do. Dash whipped her mane around, and her mane fell on top of Fluttershy's head. She squeaked quietly.
Fluttershy, do you like my mane? Is it nice?
Yes, I suppose it's nice.
My mane is literally the most beautiful in all of Equestria, and now you're gonna grab onto my tail.
deal with it. Fluttershy sighed, trotting slowly behind Rainbow Dash and grabbing a hold of her tail gingerly with her mouth. Almost immediately, Rainbow Dash created 13 sonic rainbows inside of Fluttershy's house, reducing it to a small pile of rubble. She flew away while spin dashing through the air towards Pinkie Pie's bakery, or wherever the f she lives. I can't be asked to check these things. Rainbow Dash spun like a drill into the roof of the bakery, twirling her tail around to give the other ponies something fun to do while Rainbow Dash was busy piercing the heavens. Except instead of the heavens, it was the roof of a bakery. Pinkie Pie started scrambling around the main room of the bakery, trying to take down all the decorations before Dash broke through the roof. She leapt up to grab the giant banner, balling it up as quickly as she could. Rainbow Dash finally broke through, landing gently on the floor. The ponies on her tail fell to the floor with a thud, having stopped spinning.
Pinkie Pie, my love, I need your help. Please come with me.
Rainbow Dash said as her tongue snaked out of her mouth towards Pinkie Pie. Pinkie's face lit up as Dash's tongue lapped all over her face. Oh, Dash, you know I'd help you with anything. She giggled, bouncing up and down as she nuzzled Dash's tongue. She bounded over to Dash, whose tongue slowly retracted as Pinkie Pie approached, and their muzzles mashed together in a sloppy kiss. The other ponies stared in awe, still somewhat dizzy from their ride. Pinkie Pie broke the kiss and licked Dash on the nose.
Pinkie Pie, grab my tail.
Pinkie Pie bounced over to Dash's tail, grabbing a hold with her teeth, a broad grin on her face. She looked at the other ponies. Applejack bit down onto Dash's tail without hesitation, while Twilight and Fluttershy did so with a bit of reluctance. Spike materialized into the room and then disappeared, so the writer can claim he was in the story and get an extra tag on the blog. This is the last time I'm gonna tell your fucking ass not to ask questions. Okay. Rainbow Dash trotted lazily out of the front of the bakery, nudging it open with her snout. Then an explosion happened beneath her, which launched her directly at Rarity's boutique, which also exploded twice, but it wasn't harmed because it was a love explosion. Rainbow Dash burped and then called out to Rarity from outside the dress shop.
Rarity, get your flank out here. There's a fashion emergency. I guess I don't have time for this, she bellowed.
Inside the dress shop, Rarity sighed, trotting outside, her glasses still on her snout.
What is it this time, dear?
Rarity said as Rainbow Dash scooped her up on her back. Because Rainbow Dash is really strong and handsome, beautiful, and there wasn't any more room on her tail for ponies. Rarity yelped in surprise as Rainbow Dash took off to the heavens, leaving behind a puddle of rainbow-colored goop.
And so it was that Rainbow Dash gathered up all the ponies that matter and flew away into the sunset to retrieve all of the friendship stones. Will they be bad enough dudes to be able to defeat the final boss and achieve the legendary Super Saiyan 5? See you next time!